What up? Hey girl, hey. It's your girl Ariel and welcome back to my channel. It's Ariel. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Riri.Ripper. 2 R's. Okay, so I want to talk about a few things that I've been seeing all over my timeline these past couple of days and I'm sick of it. Let me just go on ahead and put it out there, okay? First of all, usually I don't give a fuck. However, sometimes I just be like, you know what, let me just go on ahead and put my 2 cents in. Since everybody else putting their 2 cents in, just tearing people down, talking shit, just not being pleasant human beings. Since people out here already doing that, I might as well just get on here and say a couple things. You know what I'm saying? So let's just get right into it. Okay, for starters, I hope y'all can hear me. Can you hear me now? Good. So first things first, I was on Twitter today and I saw a video that was on TikTok, because you know when you put your video, when you put videos on other, you know, platforms, at the end of the video it'll say TikTok and their name. So this lady was on TikTok and she was like, OMG, like I'm packing my son's book bag. It's his first day of school tomorrow. He's 3. And as she was packing the book bag, she was putting snacks in there, juices, you know, like regular little stuff that you would put when you take your kids to school or to the babysitter. And the little boy picked out a Coco Melon book bag. However, the Coco Melon book bag was pink. It was pink and purple. The whole book bag was pink. It had all the little Coco Melon characters on it with the logo, with like a purple like border where the zippers are and stuff like that. And everyone's like, oh my god, you turning your son gay. Why would you do that? They got other colors, this, that, and the third. And I'm thinking to myself, why does it matter? Because when my little brothers was 2, 3, 4 years old, they was picking up pink shit, purple shit, like just girly stuff. And of course my parents didn't buy it. They old school. They didn't buy it. But that's what they would pick out. They don't care what this color means, what that color means. All they know is my favorite cartoon character is on this book bag. My favorite cartoon character is on this shirt. It's on this hat, whatever. So it's like, I don't think that's how your child is going to become gay. A lot of the gay people that I know, they all say they was born that way. A couple people were honest and they said, hey, like I was, you know, assaulted, but I got older and I tried it again with someone that I wanted to try it with and I liked it. You know, it was stuff like that. So she responds and she was like, I'm more concerned, like, I don't want my son to grow up and be a terrible husband. I don't want him to grow up, you know, unaliving people. I don't want him growing up stealing things. I don't want him growing up being a terrible dad. You know, I don't want him, you know, SAing women, raping women. Like, that's the most important thing. Like, nobody wants to know that the baby that they raised grew up to be such a menace to society. And the lady was like, if a pink book bag is what's gonna change his mind to be gay, he already was gay. And I couldn't agree more. Like, it's strictly good parenting. Because my thing is this, I've been a teacher for 6 years in the public school system, okay, out of my life. I don't do that shit no more because y'all ain't no good parents, which means y'all don't have good children no more. So I cut that shit off like 3 years ago, okay? I would have still been doing it if y'all parents was on y'all best behavior, but that's another story, another video for another day. But sweetness. What I've experienced is, if I taught pre-K, 2nd grade, kindergarten, and 3rd grade, I bounced around. And what I noticed is pre-K, kindergarten, 1st grade type thing, they don't come to school to have a good day if you don't let them pick something. If you don't let them pick out their clothes, they're going to have an attitude all day and bring it to me. If you don't let them pick out their shoes, they're going to have a nasty attitude for the day and come bring it to me. You know what I'm saying? You don't let them pick their snacks. You don't let them pick their book bags. You don't let them pick their lunch boxes or what they want to eat for lunch or whatever. If you just don't let them pick it, they're going to come to school with the nastiest attitude and give it to the teachers. Like, but if you let that child pick the stuff that they want, they're gonna come up in there with so much confidence and happiness. They're like, yeah, I'm a big boy, I picked out my own clothes. Yeah, I'm a big girl, I packed my own lunch today. Like, they come in feeling confident and feeling vibrant, so they bring the vibrancy to me. And I'm like, yes, parents, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to let your child pick their own shit. Just let them pick their own shit, so that way when they leave your care, not only will they not have a nasty attitude with you, they will not be giving that nasty attitude to the teachers, faculty, and staff, and other students. You feel me? Like, that's the thing that people keep messing up on. So kudos to that mom for just letting her son pick his book bag for school, because you want your child to go to school with a good attitude and a good mindset, so they are more inclined to learning, interacting, having fun with the kids, making new friends, the whoop-de-whoop. Like, just let the baby pick something. Let your little girl pick the hair bows that she want on her hair. Let her pick her shirt. Let her pick her pants or whatever. Let that little boy pick his shirt, pick his pants, pick his shoes. If he want to wear mixed match socks, let him. Like, just let the kid pick their own shit every day when you send them to school, because don't nobody got time for that. So that's a good mama right there. That's a good mama right there. She know for a fact, she like, look, this a color has nothing to do with his sexuality. And I'm like, some boys like pink. What's wrong with that? I'm a girl and I love blue. Blue is my favorite color. Does that make me a homosexual? No. You know what make me a homosexual? Homosexual activities every time I want to have those activities. That's what would make me homosexual. I'm very hetero. I'm sorry. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about. Lord be with me. Cardi B. Cardi B and Offset. Belcalis and Kiari Cephas. Now, I'm not saying all men are the same. Hold on, let me get cozy. Now, I'm not saying all men are the same. But, however, what I have noticed is oftentimes the black community, the men, not the women, but oftentimes in the black community of men, they tend to do this thing that I like to call sabotage. They like to sabotage. Not all of them, but a great percentage of them love to sabotage their women. I'm going to give you a quick little example. I was engaged to be married once. And a friend of mine does comedy. He's a comedian. And he told me like 2 weeks in advance, he was like, listen, like, they having an open mic at this restaurant, but it's a family restaurant. It's got to be clean comedy. They want to, find some new comics to go on tour. Okay, cool, right? So I tells my fiance about this. He was like, oh, that's what's up. I'm proud of you. You should do it. Okay. I remind him about it because at the time we only had one car, which was mine. His died basically, so we was waiting on his to get something new or whatever. We waiting on him to get some new shit. So my car was the only one that was still up and running, and I was letting him know like in advance, if you got something to do on, let's say, the 16th. If you got something to do on the 16th, you need to call your mom, call your auntie, your cousin, your sister, whoever. You need to call somebody, call your brother to come get you, take you where you need to go, because I'm finna be out. Right? This mother... I'm not mad about that, but... I'm not mad about that no more, but it's like... It irks me because it was unnecessary. This man, his father had season tickets to the Falcons game. I may be from Atlanta, but I never forgave the Falcons what they did to Michael Vick. I feel like that team has been cursed ever since they threw him to the wolves. He made a mistake. You should have just made him pay a fine and let him come back. He could have been second string for all I care. Y'all ain't have to do him that dirty like that. We gonna talk about that, because that's another story for another day. Now, look, Heifer. It comes up, the game is the same day as the show that my friend called and told me about. And I was like, I got a show. Even though it's open mic, he called me first. My friend called me first, and he was like, look, you were the first person that I thought about when I got the memo about them doing an open mic, and you need to come. You very funny. And I was like, you know what? I'll be there. This heifer got the season tickets from his father, because his dad was like, I ain't been feeling good. I'm not going to be able to drive up that road to go see them. You might as well do it, so I'm going to email you the tickets. Okay. Do you know that heifer was like, we finna go to the Falcons game? And I was like, no, like, I have a show to do. Do you know we ended up at the Falcons game? And the only reason why we ended up at the Falcons game is because I didn't pick up that cast iron skillet and crack him across his damn cranium. That was my first thought. My first thought was to crack his cranium. And I was like, you know what? Let me just go to this game, because if I don't go somewhere, I'm going to be detained. So we went to the Falcons game, and I had an attitude the whole time. I wasn't excited. I wasn't happy. I wasn't even watching the game. I was on my phone the whole time. And yes, they lost. They lost anyway. And he was like, why you ain't watched the game? You ain't have fun? Da da da. How was it? Whoop de whoop. I was like, I hate football. Don't like the Falcons. I had something more important to do, and you fucked it up for me. He was like, man, it ain't even that serious. And that's when I knew we was done. That's the main reason why we're done, because a little stuff like that, if it don't have nothing to do with him, he's not interested. And I'm like, you can't say you want me to be your wife if you're not encouraging me in my endeavors the same way I'm encouraging you in yours. You know what I'm saying? Because first of all, you ain't even making enough money to support me to not go for my goals. The least you could do is be supportive, so we both can make some real money and have some real stuff and really go to the next level in life. Just because you put a ring on my finger don't mean I'm just gonna be your little idiot. It just didn't work out. So I say all that to say this. Offset has been sabotaging the hell out of Cardi ever since she dropped Invasion of Privacy. Because my thing is this. She's already been, established. She wasn't as famous, as rich, as big as the Migos. Because, Offset was part of the Migos. Rest in peace to Takeoff. And it's like, bro, you kind of put her on. Even though she was already on, he really put her on. Because when they got together, it broke the internet, right? I've been a fan of this heifer since like 2012, 2013, when she was on Vine talking her ish. I love me some Cardi. She dropped her Gangsta Bitch music volume 1 and 2, and they were good. I was like, okay, like I could dance with this, I could jig with this, I could really have me a good little time with this, right? Excuse me. And I was like, okay, bet. But the part that really pissed me off was she dropped this album, Invasion of Privacy, like 6 or 7 years ago. She gets pregnant. She has her baby girl. And ever since then, it's just been some bullshit. He's always cheating, sneaking, freaking, geeking, embarrassing her. But she be 10 toes down about her husband. And that's the way it's supposed to be. You're supposed to be 10 toes down about your spouse. At one point, she didn't play by Offset. You ain't finna say nothing out the way to him. You ain't finna hem him up. You ain't finna talk all that crap. You are not gonna disrespect her husband. I was like, that's what I'm talking about. Because she like me. I take marriage very seriously. I tell people I don't want to get married. Not because I hate marriage, but because y'all are weak. Y'all be weak. Y'all be doing stupid stuff. Y'all don't take it seriously. But I do. Yeah, I do. So whenever or if I ever get married, that means he decided to be 20 toes down. Hella serious. Because it's not a game for me. It's a game to everybody else. So Offset look at marriage like just a piece of paper. Cardi look at marriage like a phenomenal union, a blessed union, phenomenal lifelong partnership. That's what I love. And it's like every time she talk about dropping a project, here he come with some cheating allegations. Every time she talk about, starring in a movie, here he go with some more cheating allegations. Every time she talk about doing another single, here he go, here come another bitch cheating. Now Cardi, you was wrong for hiring them 2 girls to jump that girl that Offset was creeping, sneaking, and freaking with. You should have hired them girls to jump your husband. That's what you should have did, so you should have damn called your man to jump your damn husband. Don't jump your husband's side. Jump your husband. But I don't promote violence. We don't do that. We don't do that. But it's for real. Like, she goes so hard for her marriage, for her husband, for her kids. She goes so hard for them, right? She goes so hard for their marriage, their children, their family, her husband. She goes so hard for the people that she truly loves. Why can't she get the same respect, Kiari Cephas? Why is that, sir? Every time she's trying to do something, I don't know what he tells her when they're at home or whatever, when they face to face, because I don't live with them. I'm not even their friend. I would love to be Cardi's friend, but I'm not their friend. I don't know what they got going on in their damn personal life. But what I do know is you're very disrespectful, sir. And I don't appreciate that. I don't approve. I feel like she could have skyrocketed even higher if she said, you know what? Bump him. I don't care what you got to say. I'm about to drop this stuff anyway. And word on the curb is they thinking about dropping Cardi by the end of the month. The label that she signed to, is it Atlantic? Is it Atlantic, Interscope? I don't know. I don't keep up with the names of labels. That's just me being real. Yes, I like to do music, but I don't want no label. I'd rather pay for it myself than let y'all pay for it and y'all try to stick me for my paper. I don't like that. So, but Cardi, you should have said bump it, F it, screw it, be done with them. Even when she filed for divorce in 2020, she backtracked and they decided to work on it, and he went right back to cheating, sneaking, freaking, and geeking. Now, when she announced the divorce, she also announced her pregnancy, that she's pregnant again. And I think this time she's having another girl, because she did a little live or voices or something on Twitter, and she said something. I don't remember what she said, but she said something about her pregnancy, and she was like, and she, that's all you could hear. And I'm like, and she what? She as in baby girl, or she as in you talking about your coochie? Because sometimes when I say she or her, I'm talking about the coochie. But she said, and she ... and I'm like, what was, I don't know what she was gonna say within the ... but it's almost like, it sounded like she caught herself and was like, you know what, let me stop, because they don't need to know this. I'm like, it's another girl. If it's another girl, don't name her nothing after her father. Name her after your sister. Or your mama, your grandma, your abuela. Name her after somebody. Your favorite tia. Name her after somebody else. Don't name her nothing after that man. The only name that should belong to her and that man is the last name. That's it. Because I don't want to hear shit else. No, ma'am. I do not want to hear shit else. Because I do not care. I do not care. Do not name that baby after that man. You named your first baby after your man. He treated you like crap. Y'all tried to work it out, it didn't. Filed for divorce, backtrack, tried to work it out, it didn't. Filed for divorce again after you announced your third pregnancy. I mean, come on, just don't name the baby after him, because I feel like he came into this marriage with, I think he had, wait, one, two, I think he had like 2 girls before Culture, if I'm not mistaken. I don't be up in people's business about how many kids they got, because I'm more of a word of music type of person, but I think he has 1 or 2 daughters before he had kids, started having children with Cardi. And my thing is this: you got daughters, man. Like, why are you treating women so poorly? Why you treat their mamas like crap? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you want your oldest daughter to run into a dude that look like Offset from the Migos and treat her just as bad as you treated, you know, Cardi? Do you want Culture to go through that? Do you want her to fall in love with a man like you? Like, who doesn't respect marriage, who doesn't respect monogamy, who doesn't respect no woman, really, who claims they love them but turn around and hurt them by doing the same ish over and over again. Do you want your daughters to be with a man like that? Because I guarantee you, if my father was anything like you and I brought a dude home anything like you, my father, all you'll hear from my father is this: click, clack. Like, come on, like, what's the problem? Why can't you just do right by Cardi? What did Cardi do to you? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. And a part of me is hoping, wishing, and praying that the baby ain't Offset's. Not accusing her of cheating or nothing, but I really hope she did. I just want her to get her lick back. I would rather her new baby not belong to her husband because she done with that motherfucker. I would rather that. That's the one time I would support cheating. Because it's ridiculous. He had no business, no right to be doing you like that, Cardi. I don't like that. Like, I don't like that ish at all. Now, Cardi was trying to keep the streets fed. You know, the fans, trying to keep us fed with the singles that she dropped. And that's another thing. The past 2-3 years when she was hopping on the New Girl song as a feature, I was like, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, because a lot of people talk a lot of crap about Nicki because she's not trying to put the new girls on because she see them as a threat, this, that, and the third. I don't know that to be true. I don't know nobody. But at least Cardi was like, you know what? I'm going to hop on this beat for you. I'm going to hop on this song with you. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hop on this shit. I got your back. And I was like, I love it. I love it because there's always going to be somebody coming behind you, whether they better than you or not. It's always going to be somebody coming behind you. Least you can do is open the door for them. Hold the door. You know what I'm saying? If I see an old lady walking right behind me, I'm going to hold the door for her to come in. I don't care if she get to the register before I do. I don't care. The point is, I saw her. We trying to do the same shit. So I held the door open for her. There's nothing wrong with that. Even if it's a little girl. If she behind me, I'm going to hold the door open for her. If we the same age down to the date, I'ma hold the door open for her. For the simple fact of, we going to the same place. I'm already here. I ain't gonna be no asshole and just slam the door in your face. This ain't my establishment, so I can't be slamming the door in your face. You feel me? But I was loving it. She worked with, I can't think of that girl name. Damn, I feel so bad. She did that song, Point Me To. I'm trying to fuck. Point me to the sluts. She got on that track. It was good. She got on that track with Lotto. Put it on the floor too. That was good. She hopped on the track with Glorilla Tomorrow too. That was very good. I was like, see, that's what you're supposed to do. If you're not gonna drop your own singles and your own projects, the least you can do is just hop on with somebody else. Let them know, hey, I'm still out here. I'm still working. I ain't forgot about y'all. But I really feel like her husband was stopping the show. And I don't like that. So please, Cardi, go through with the divorce. Get that child support. Get that spousal support. Alimony, whatever. Get that bag. You got 3 babies now. And this dude didn't appreciate nothing that you do. And Cardi been sparing him. I know she have. She been sparing him. She been quiet about a lot of stuff. She been loud about a lot of stuff. But she was really, really being pure and true to her marriage. And her husband was just not going for it, so she deserves better. Leave him and keep it moving, all right? Next story. Next topic is very simple. Trump versus Kamala Harris. Who will I be voting for? I haven't decided, because both of them sound like they don't know nothing about nothing. They don't know what they want. They don't know which way they're trying to go. It's just giving, pick me. Just pick me. There's no one else here. At this point, just give the presidency to Jesse Jackson. He's still alive, ain't he? If not, Al Sharpton. One of them. Might as well just let one of them be the president. Maybe we can get somewhere here. I don't know. See, the reason why is this. Miss Shirley Chisholm was the first woman to run for president, right? Black, white, Puerto Rican, first woman, period. Was a black woman. Miss Shirley Chisholm, okay? Rest in power. She said, and I quote, "I don't think America is ready for a female president, but there should be a female vice president to get America prepared to have a woman running the country in the White House." And I was like, you know what? That's absolutely right. She absolutely right. But my thing is this, y'all couldn't have picked somebody else. It's like Biden just bowed out at the the last week or so. It was like halfway through the last year, he decided to bow out and let Kamala take over. But I'm like, what has she done? Like, what has she said? Every time I listen to both of them speak, they dance around the question like a battle, like it's a dance battle, like they a b-boy and a b-girl down south. Matter of fact, in the heart of Harlem, breakdancing for cash. Like, what is it? I really want to know. It's like, come on. Like, come on, like, Trump, he's just all about the money. He doesn't really care about the livelihood of America. He don't even care about the white people. If you're not rich, you're a peasant to him, and you don't deserve to live in this country. That's what I've gathered. Kamala Harris, I don't really know that much about what's going on, but I guarantee you I'm better than this mofo over here with the orange hair. Like, that's what it's giving. So I haven't decided. So I'm like, you know what? I'm trying to see who has the best policy for healthcare and who has the best policy for education. That's really what I'm trying to see right now. But I don't know who I'm going to vote for, because I feel like both of them would be a terrible choice. And I'm not even being rude. I'm not trying to be funny. I really feel like both of them are not good candidates. Truthfully, honestly, I feel like neither one of them are good candidates to run this country somewhere else outside of the ground. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know. She probably should have got, if she had got freaking Michelle Obama to run with her, then maybe, just maybe, you know, maybe they could have did something. They could have got somewhere. That's what I'm thinking, feeling. You know, like, I think it'll be better that way. But she chose what's his name? Wills, whatevers. But she got him to run with her as her VP. Girl, you should have just got me. You should have called my phone, Kamala. You should have called my phone. You should have said, hey, Riri, yeah, I need a VP. Are you available? Yes, bitch, I am. But didn't work that way. And everyone's talking about how she had all these people arrested for drug charges and X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, well, I'd rather, they was like, oh, she be locking people up for weed. I mean, it ain't legal everywhere. So, I mean, she's a DA. Wasn't she like a district attorney at one point? Like, she has a law degree. Like, I think she was just doing her job. But the question is, did she put somebody in jail for weed? over someone who deserves to be in jail for something like robbery, fraud, theft, or assault, or something like that. Like, did she let them walk free and let this pothead go to jail? Because if that was the case, that's a whole nother reason to be mad with her. However, I'm like, I just don't know. I don't know who I'm voting for, but I'm leaning towards Kamala, for the simple fact that I read up a little bit on Project 2025. They are basically trying to turn us all into robots. They're taking all of our rights. They don't want us to go nowhere. They don't want us to do nothing. They even want to start allowing white people to be accepted into HBCUs. Y'all talked all that shit for all these years. To this day. Just to turn around and say, I want to go to a black school. No, you don't, ma'am. No, you don't. I even went to a black school and I was like, oh, hell no. You wanna know why? Because they treat y'all like shit. They really do. Education wise, that's fine. But as far as living conditions and food and resources and reputable technology, it's not a lot of that like it used to be. Like, it's almost like a lot of HBCUs get the scraps of Ivy League schools, but the education is fire. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you can take your little Caucasian self on down to the black folks if you want to, but it might not work out well for you. So I don't recommend it. I don't even recommend other black people to go to a HBCU. Get off from over there. That's my dog. But I'm like, nobody, not even me. And I'm as black as they come. It's just like, listen, some stuff I'm not finna put up with. I just go to the white folks. Not because I prefer them, but because they got shit that work. Okay? I'm gonna leave that at that. But yeah, they already taken away a woman's reproductive rights. Banning abortions, banning the Plan B morning after pill. They're trying to ban birth control. All of that is a part of Project 2025, which is sponsored by the Republican Party. So it's like, I'm not voting for me. I'm voting for my niece. I'm voting for my baby cousins. I'm voting for all the little black girls growing up to become black women. Like, I'm doing this for them because it's gonna come a time when your precious sweet little girl is going to become a grown woman and she's going to want to do some grown woman things, and that's perfectly fine. But they're trying to ban condoms, they're trying to ban birth control, they're trying to ban everything. So now your baby girl, your precious little girl, don't have nothing to protect herself with, don't have nothing to prevent things with. She has nothing at all. Like, she literally has nothing. And I'm like, come on. I can't get jiggy with that. Okay, the last debate that I saw, I was like this. I'm like, really? They asked Kamala, what are your thoughts on the inflation? What are you gonna do about it? And she basically said, I have no clue. Things happen, and when I'm in office, hopefully I can figure something out to put it back down to something regular and useful. They asked Trump the same thing, and he said it's all about the resources. It's about the drilling. It's about the oil. And I'm like, are you going to raise the wages and are you going, so that people can afford to live? Or are you just gonna like put a lid over how high you can charge people for things? Like, are you gonna put a cap on it or no? Like, neither one of them know what they're gonna do about inflation. Neither one of them. They be dancing around the question. It's just too much mediocrity. And that's the part that be upsetting me, because I'm like, this is America. This is not the high school presidential election. Like, we're not trying to be the president down at the high school. That's not what we doing here. Like, nigga, help me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of them things. Like, we are crashing, burning, and drowning right now. And y'all trying to make it worse. And I'm trying to figure out who is the best candidate to vote for, so that when my niece gets to be my age, she don't have to go through the shit that I'm going through. When my little cousin get to my age, she don't have to go through the bullshit that I have to go through right now. Like, this is for those little girls coming up, the little teenagers coming up. Like, they about ready to start driving. They about ready to start voting. Like, I want the next generation to be able to stay afloat without selling ass. That's my whole thing. Like, I just want the country to be back to where it used to be, where selling butt was an option, not the only resort. That's what I miss. So everyone keeps saying, oh, your vote don't count, this, that, and the third. Just go vote, y'all. Just go vote, so we can put some numbers on the board so they can see how many black people been voting. Just put our numbers on the board and stop making it look like we don't give a damn. Like, a lot of us really do, especially me. So even if you don't even know who to vote for and you just want to write in somebody to be the president, that's your business. But you still need to take your ass out there and vote. Just go vote so we can get them numbers up. They're like, oh, your vote doesn't count. It don't count. It don't count. But your vote does count. Does that make sense? They say it doesn't count to the final decision of who's gonna get the presidency, but it does count according to how many African Americans are willing to go to the polls. They used to tell us all the time, we're the minority. No, we're the vast majority. The white people have become the minority now. They've become the minority now. That's the main reason why they overturned Roe v. Wade. It's not enough white people being born. It's not a lot of white people being born, honey. I just don't know what else to tell you. So they're trying to make it to where these white women have to have their children to get their population back up. Just get your name on the board. Just put the numbers on the board. That's all I ask. Just go to the polls and vote for somebody, please. And if you one of them people that is willing to vote for Trump just because he cut you with a chump change check when he was the president, you are a part of the problem. Because I guarantee you, even if we do get another stimulus check, it might not be as much as it was before. It might only be $400-$500. Like, something that you can't really just spread out. See, before, you could spread out the little $1,400-$1,500 that he gave. You could have spread it out. You could have put 100 over here, 100 over there, 250 over there. You could have put a little something to the side to go to different things. But $500 only gonna cover like one thing, maybe two. The way inflation done came and done shook up everything, like $500 ain't gonna go that far. And even if he do become president again, you do know that you are agreeing to crash America. Like, I hope y'all who are voting for Trump, I hope y'all got a passport so y'all can just get citizenship elsewhere, because I guarantee you he is going to run America into the damn ground. He's gonna run it to the ground. Like, it's obvious. He tried to do it before. So, if your vote don't count, that's fine. But get our numbers on the board, please. And thank you. Alright, y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching my cute little video. It's been your girl, Ariel. And I'm out.
Ain't no drama, ain't no beef, ain't no hit out in these streets. Well, do you, I do me, but you know to do it cheap. All the fellas love me, I'm sexy and I'm bubbly. Yo nigga hella whack, hella lame and mad dusty.